Hey guys, Greg here, coming to you with another episode of Greg's Bonsai. Today we're going to be showcasing group number 2 of my pomegranates. This is another set of 6 of them, so I have 12 total. I had 13 originally, but number 13 didn't do so well, so we're down to 12. And I just kind of wanted to showcase the next group here before fall starts really hitting hard, because you can kind of notice that leaves are starting to turn and curl and drop. So I just want to try and get these in before the fall really hits, so that you guys can see the full group of them, and really so I can document this on my channel, so I have something to go back to. That's really the purpose of this, is just to kind of document so you guys can see what's going on, even though it looks like I have, and let me see if I can showcase this here. It does look like we have a little bit of new growth happening on some of these, so maybe it's not here for the fall yet. I did look these guys up. Pomegranates can be deciduous. They can be evergreen depending on what kind they are. So we're going to find out here as winter does approach. I thought these guys might be more deciduous since we're starting to see some leaf drop, but I don't know. We're going to find out. Because I was tempted to kind of put these inside too, and I may just do some experimenting and bring some inside and leave some out in the cold box here in my shed once it's time for that season to start. But here we go. We'll just start kind of going in here. This is the smaller one of these, and you can kind of just see, you know, nice and green. And if you looked at my last pomegranate video, you kind of noticed that the whole stem and trunk of the tree has a nice red inside of it, which if you've eaten a pomegranate, you know what kind of red that is. That's inside the plant as well, so I think that kind of helps to feed it. I do have what looks like possibly a branch coming out near the bottom here, so I'm going to keep an eye on that, but just documenting that here for you guys. And do have a little bit of leaves that have dropped inside of here. And here's the other small guy. We do see that its leaves are turning yellow and starting to curl a little bit. The temperature here in zone 4B, we're currently in the 70s, so we're out of the 80s and 90s temperatures now, and at night we're hitting the mid to low 50s. Last night it was 52. So it kind of gives you an idea of what it's like right now around here. But this guy, again, has a nice showing of the red going all the way up the trunk. And it looks like some nice younger leaves at the top here. Don't see any new growth coming in yet, but you know, we'll give it some time. We have this guy here. This is number 3 on the list for today. And you can see that this is a little bit more woody, and you can see how, you know, it's handling the wind, okay? These guys seem to handle the wind pretty well. Don't have to worry about that, but it's a lot more woody down here at this level. It's lost a lot of, like over here, the bottom leaves, and it's now just the trunk of the tree. And it does get a little red up here. You can kind of see in the leaves, at where the leaves connect to the tree, that it's red going in there. But this is, like I said, a little bit more woody coming up. We do have young leaves here growing in, and I'll zoom in a little bit for you so you can see that. Let's see if I can make it a little clearer. But do have a little bit of young leaves coming up. And it does look like we have a little bit of leaves kind of deformed out instead of straight, just kind of edging and making kind of a curl. Which if you see my Queensland bottle tree, whoop, zoomed the wrong way. See my Queensland bottle tree, it's kind of done that too. And I'm not sure if it's just the way the light is and it's bending or what. It's kind of neat to see that. I don't mind seeing that at all. So we'll go over to tree number 4, and this is the one that has some leaves in the soil here. We'll let them in there just to kind of to break up and help the soil here. Looks like I just kicked the spider out of the tree, but we have this nice growing and having a nice split for another branch here. So again, this guy looks woody, just like the last one. The trunk's a little thicker than those smaller ones. And it's kind of neat to see all of these I planted at the same time. And I think I said this in the last video, but like I would start planting them in these pots from the starter pack that I had placed them in. And it was like one a day. One a day, they started growing their regular leaves from their true leaves, or their starting leaves. And I was just able to do that. So that's it's kind of neat, because if you look at this, they're not all the same size. They kind of just go up in set. So these two here were my last two that I pulled out of that. But yeah, so this guy, the trunk's getting thicker, okay? And we'll see that as we keep going on to these, how they get a little thicker. But this guy, again, having another branch come out, which is really neat to see. I like to see that. It gives it some character, and each one of these is just different. And as we go up, the leaves just get a little longer and a little bigger. But we do have, oh, there's that spider. He's climbing up. Wonder if he knows Marv. We'll never know. But we just kind of go up straight, really straight. And these will be really fun. I'm really looking forward to doing some shaping with these eventually. It's going to wait a little while, but these guys are really flexible, so I don't see a problem with waiting on that with these guys. Like I said, it's just taking time. I'm going to be learning all of this together and documenting everything with you guys. And I'm really excited for that. So here we go with number 5 on this video. And this breakout is more of a V breakout here. A little thicker of a trunk, and this guy tapers all the way up straight. We have another guy just kind of going at an angle outward. Still have a little bit of its starter leaves down here. But you can kind of see how the leaves get a little bigger, like I said, as we go up. And we go from that brown woodiness into almost like, I can put my finger here, and let's see if I can get in here a little bit. And it's kind of translucent, which is kind of neat to see. And even on this guy here, going all the way up, you can see the light shooting through it, through that red. I think that's really neat. I'm afraid to trim one of these, and I'm gonna probably have to do a video of it and trimming it with a little bit of that red there and see if it just kind of goos out. But kind of neat, all right? And then here's the last one. It still has one of its original leaves on it down here. It's ready to fall off. It's nice and brown. It's gonna fall off eventually. But you can see how thick this trunk is, if I can actually get it in frame correctly. And it goes straight up. And the really neat thing about these two is kind of, you see like, it's kind of like a corkscrew all the way up of veins going up on the trunk of the tree. And it's lost a lot of its lower leaves. And the lower ones are browning out. So we'll see what happens here. I'm actually interested to see, don't have any roots coming out of the bottom of it, so it's not that. But it is still looking to form new life at the top. So it's still going, and it's going straight. One of the few that I have that are really straight. This batch has a couple of them. So this is my second group of pomegranates. Hope you've enjoyed. This is a little longer of a video, which is not usual for me. But if you liked it, please make sure to hit that like button. If you subscribe, make sure to hit that bell. And if you have any comments, put them down below. Any questions, concerns, comments, anything like that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.